everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Becoming the Product. I hope we're all doing well. How is your day going? How is your journey going? How is your career in product management? And today we have a special guest who made an incredible journey transitioning from social media management and digital marketing to product management and quality assurance. So without wasting time, hello, Mr. Segun. How are you doing?
Hi Naya,
Thank you so much for coming on the call.
same here, same here. Good to be here.
Yeah. Usually, when I have guests, the first question I ask is why product management? What made you make that move to this career? Can you share a little bit of your story?
That's a very interesting story I'm going to tell, but I'm going to make it very brief. Why I made that switch to product management was I was bored. One, uh, I did not make enough money. So I was a social media manager. I had like a lot of experiences, and I had worked with like several brands in house and on the agency side. But I was bored and I was not maybe because I did not see the challenge in it, and then the money was not always equivalent to the stress. So I looked for a way out, and then out of curiosity, I actually took online courses on product management. I didn't really get the concept. So one day I just searched online, and then I just seriously asked my wife, it's good to have someone that believes in you. So I curiously asked my wife, "So what do you think I should do now?" And she said, "You are really good with product and all. So try something in that line." And then I researched about it, and I stumbled on one of the this is like one of the best decisions I've made in my life. So I stumbled on a product institute. So this is a shout out to Enova Lab. They are a product management institute, and a couple of others. I saw Product Dive and the rest, but I resonated more with Enova Lab. So I signed up, called their founder, Banji, and it was really nice. He explained everything to me, and to my surprise, I paid that day. But he said I can pay whenever so I made payment that day because I said, okay, this guy has sold me out, like he has told me all about it, and I actually wanted to just go all. And I took the course for 6 months. Yeah. I took this course. No, I took the course for 3 months, and then I did internship for another like 2.5 months. So altogether, that's like 5 months plus. So, and from there, I sort of got like exposure confidence. After you've taken you through training and stuff like that, I just got confidence. You get me? So the funny story is, I got my first role just posting on LinkedIn. That's how funny it was. I got that role just posting, and one of the first things that the co-founder said to me was, "I like what you are doing with your tear downs, and I want you to come and do the same thing with our product. But this too is not just going to be only finding fault, you will be creating different features for our product." And I said, no problem, and the money was good. Yeah, so that's how I did product management.
Thank you so much. Money is always a motivating factor, among other things. So, looking at your background in social media and digital marketing, what
Mhm.
transferable skills were most beneficial to you in this your product management journey?
Okay, yeah. So social media has a lot of things. As a social media person, you have to be curious. You get. And there's this saying that they say curiosity kills the cat. Well, me, I'm always very curious. I like knowing things that I don't. So, and that's how social media works. Is a rumor becomes a viral mention on Twitter, Facebook, and all that. So that's how it works for social media. So I'm a very curious person. I like finding out what I don't know, and also customer service. As a social media manager, you have to be able to talk to your customers. So I have different interactions with different varieties of people. They have issues that they are dealing with. I'm the go-to person on the side of the company that handles various accounts and handles their feedback. So I got that from being a social media manager. So I'm more customer centric if we put it in a definition. Also, what I also picked as a social media person, you have to be empathetic. I'm a problem solver as well. So I don't just say, hey, yeah, okay, yeah, we are going through this problem. Okay, I'll pass it to the next person. Yeah, let me just share like a little bit of insight on that. So there was an issue that happened on Twitter some other time in a company I work with. So they didn't get the value for their money, and then they called us out. The typical thing is to, we are sorry and all that and all that. So what I did is I took it the extra mile and I went to their DM. I sort of solved that problem and I ensured that that person left happily. You get so those were one of the skills that I transferred to my product management, and it has always been working for me. My colleagues, everybody that know me, say I'm too empathetic. When I'm not supposed to feel for people, I feel for people. So those are the transferable skills that I picked up while being a social media manager, and I used that. I transferred that to being a product manager, and also I'm a quality assurance person.
Thank you so much. I resonate with the empathy and the customer service because I transitioned from banking. And that was one thing that we had to wear on our head. You needed to be able to talk to your customers and help them out when they needed your help. So I know that transitioning has never been easy for anybody. So what were the almost biggest obstacles you faced during this process and how did you overcome them?
Well, it was not easy. I applied to over 200 at that time before I landed that. So I would say it was grace of God. Or if you are not a Christian, you call it luck. For me, I say it's the grace of God. Um, and they say practice makes perfect. It's practice, and it's something that I actually picked up from. I'll call Banji, the co-founder, the founder of Anyone Like my mentor. He dropped an advice one day, and I just picked it up and ran it. So I've applied, I was applying, I was not getting feedback, to be honest. And it was depressing. Now. We know how it is.
So, yes.
The job market is not being, but it was really depressing. I thank God that that came at the right time because I picked an advice that Banji Oluwenla said during one of those talks with everybody in the community that okay, you are applying, why not try another strategy? And then this saying is if you do the same thing over and over again, that's the definition of insanity. So I did not want to go crazy. I wanted to try something else and see if that worked. And I was consistent. I posted tear downs every Wednesdays. I ensure that I use it's not product that I've never used before. So I did tear downs every Wednesday because Wednesdays were what worked for me. You get so posted tear downs. I got massive feedback for my tear down. And like I initially mentioned, what got me the first role that as a product manager. In fact, it was an highlight for me as a person. You get so it might tear down might not work for you. So this is just a disclaimer. Something else you can something else to just put yourself out there. Offer value. You are doing a course. You get after the course, don't just say, okay, what next? You now go and take another course. No, what you have learned from the course that you just finished, put it out there, turn it into content, and let people see with you what you are doing. So it was not easy, to be honest, but I got lucky, and I say I give that luck to God, because it is not easy.
Wow. Thank you so much for that. The job market has not been smiling. I lost my job in 2022 and I just got my new role this year. So over a year, I was looking for something. And so I understand exactly how depressing that can be. But like Segun said, please be showing up, put that content, use your whatever you've learned and show that you know what you're doing and it can get you the attention that you need. So, moving on, how has your experience in social media and digital marketing influenced your approach to product management and quality assurance, Mr. Sheda?
Okay, that's an interesting question. So, the way social media works is there has to be a buzz somewhere, and the buzz has to be gotten somewhere. You have to do research. When people are saying, say for instance, God forbid, they say President Tinubu is dead. Where do you go to first when you want to? You don't go and check newspaper now. You get ahead. You first go to Twitter to find out. Okay, we're talking about Tinubu, and then Tinubu starts trending. You get me? So that is where you first. It's a form of research, and it's a tool that you use for research, and you use it for, they call it social listening. You get me? So putting that into, converting that or pivoting that or translating that into product management is easy. Okay, so your product is doing bad, really. Where do you first go to? You go and meet the customer and ask them, hi guys, we see that maybe a particular customer is always coming off, and then through the funnel you see that this customer is churning every time, like leaving your platform or your website or your app, and then you call him and ask him, okay, we noticed that you are not, when you get to a particular stage, you don't move further than that. Can you tell us what the issue is? You get? So that way you get to find out, okay, this customer, maybe the customer does not understand how your product works, or there is a blockage, or maybe he wants to upload something and he has tried it like 10 times, it did not go, and he just say, well, I don't have time for all these things, I have something else to do. Do you understand? So
Yeah.
that is transferable skills I got from my social media days. So when I want to listen to stuff, or when I want to know what is happening, I go to I go to Twitter, I go to Facebook, I search on Google. You get? So that's how I do my own product management as well, and then product listing and then quality assurance. In the side of quality assurance, even before the customer tests it, or even when they are even using it, I see how they are using it, in the sense that, okay, where are these people? Are they getting to the finish line? Are they starting again from the beginning? Or where are they stopping? When they get to the finish line, are they satisfied? So all that thing I put into consideration. And I also did that with being a social media manager, because I had to sometimes call these customers and ask them, okay, so we are from XYZ place. We notice that you use our product or whatever, or you subscribe to our services. What do you think about our services? You get? So those are things that I actually passed over to product management, and it has been a bliss so far. I am to product management, and it has been a bliss so far doing that, because I sort of miss social media management, but I'm not going back there. Product management is, is not, every day is not the same. Being a product manager,
Oh,
being a
well.
quality assurance person. So each day is a different day. You must find one problem and you will find one problem to solve every day. Something might not be working on your platform that you need to solve. Something might work on your platform, but your customers are not really getting the hang of it. You get the minute thing might not work for A, but will work for B. So it's been a journey being a product manager and also being in the quality assurance.
Thank you so much for all that, Mr. Shegun. I really appreciate this call. I've learned a lot with regards to social media and how it translates to product management, the skills that you can use. I hope all of you have learned as well. So usually towards the end, I talk about people who are in the same career path as you are, similar paths, and are considering a similar career transition. I know you mentioned Enova Labs,
Yeah.
but what other advice would you give them to ensure that they have a smooth and successful change?
Okay. That's an interesting question. See, aside taking boot camps or taking courses or going for seminars and all, okay, you've gotten the knowledge, you're already in the community. You get go the extra mile. I think I've mentioned it in our initial discussion. Go the
Yeah.
extra mile. You have all the knowledge already. Turn it into content. You might say, I'm not a content writer. There are AI tools that you just enter prompts. You get me? You enter prompt and tell the AI to write, compose you an article or something. You get? So it's that easy. Turn all your knowledge into content. First, you might not get the feedback that you want, but always know that someone is watching. You are just one repost or one comment away from getting closer to your potential employer. That is what happened to me. Till today, I don't know how the co-founder of the company I work with found me. Still today, he didn't tell me because I didn't ask. I believe that it was just God's grace. But one of the things that stood out for me was he said he saw my tear down. So imagine if I was not doing a tear down and I was just applying. You get, nothing will happen. Okay, maybe God will do it in another way or something will have happened in another way. But I had the knowledge, but I was not showcasing it to the world. And LinkedIn it's very easy to post. You can post whatever you like on LinkedIn, on social media. It's so easy. But I'm not a person that uses social media just for the sake of using it. I stopped using Facebook, but I rarely use Facebook or Instagram. My go-to platform is LinkedIn because right now I'm more focused on building my networking side and being too social. I'm social outside. If I'm not with my phone, I'm either watching TV or relaxing. You get me? So I'm very social. So put yourself out there. Don't be shy. Because if you are shy, there is this say, if you you will be hungry. You will be so hungry. So, and you cannot say because you are shy, you will not put yourself out there. So put yourself out there. All the knowledge that you have gained. Okay, you know what PRD is. You know what DRD is. You know what FRD is. You know how to use Figma. You know how to use Trello. Okay, if you know how to use it, oh yeah, show it to the world. Let them see. You get, turn it into content, turn it into something applicable, so that when someone in, say, Mexico, I know people that they saw their content as far as Mexico, China, you get, and that's how content go viral. So put yourself out there, be consistent. I can tell you for real, it can be exhausting. There are sometimes I will just wake up one day, I'll say, God, I don't want to post be on LinkedIn. But when I now remember that, I have to post, you get, there's somebody that will need my type of content, or maybe my employer will see my content somewhere. You get, my potential employer will see my content somewhere. I will post. So knowledge is power. Once you have the knowledge, share it. Don't be stingy with your content. And with that, if you are consistent, one person will see you and take a chance on you. like they took a chance on me. So that's the advice I will give. Sorry that I spoke too much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this call. I've learned a lot. I hope we all learned something. So, as usual, if you have anything for me, you can send me a comment on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, whichever one you like. You can also subscribe to the newsletter and also subscribe to the podcast. See you next week. Thank you, Segun.
All right, thank you, Naya.